What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A first carry for Samaje Perine.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A big kick that time, 52 yards.
The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And I have to believe at his age, you savor situations like this because nobody knows better than he does that getting to the playoffs is simply not that easy. This is where he's got to call upon all of his knowledge of all the games he's played in the past, draw from it, and find a way to win a game. Because not only do you want to savor getting there, you also want to have success as well.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Drew Sanders
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
The Spears with another carry.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a 1st down, but isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted then, the big running play, now the big passing play. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Wilson. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3's in.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
They'll start on the ground with Spears.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Drew Sanders.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
He'll look to throw.
Completes this to Colton Dowell.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Pirine. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of the playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To throw is Wilson.
That complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 46, here's the second down and 9. Hand off to Spears. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Tannehill on first down. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Here's a give to Spears. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Spears will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Nick Folk for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Tannehill. That's to the tight end, Wiley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback. But
got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Josh Wiley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
a lot of times when you take a tight end in later rounds, you're doing it with a little bit of hope, some potential. But not so with this guy. They believe he can really make an impact in the red zone, and he definitely makes good on that faith right there.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That
blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle, here's Pirine. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Tannehill. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Play action. It's Wilson. Into the hands of his receiver, Humphrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
But first, let's remind everyone what we've got coming up in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way. Let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
And 7 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Chris Manhertz, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead here this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful. And it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out come the Titans now. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Throw here taken in by Riley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. Now, I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Wilson. Open man complete to Humphrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Hand off here for P. Ryan. He stiff arms it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. Then he'll let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
P. Ryan will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On third down, here's Spears. Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On second down, Wilson. That caught by Manhurts. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Pirine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jaleel Johnson collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The give is to McLaughlin. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. That's to the tight end, Riley. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And some room to run now. Loose inside the 30. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. 109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tannehill. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Tannehill. Touchdown! Nick Westbrook-Akine. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Folk connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
At this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yes, exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They're dropping it off underneath. Here's Pirine. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave them off because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough. Now
they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's Pirine. Taken down at the 42. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They go play action with Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, Pirine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down, 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. To the air again, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. Throwing now is Wilson, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2. Just over a minute 40 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Throwing Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They still can't get it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's gone through this stadium? He picked up that 1st down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Tannehill to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year, but I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get to their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.